Hey campers, you are about to see our walk around of Tanglewood Park Campground in
Clemmons.
Clemmons, North Carolina. There are how many?
44.
44.
The map shows 47, but the 3 sites are host sites.
Yeah, so there's 44 sites total. They're all full hookup. They have a bathhouse, which was really nice. I think there were 3 showers and then 5 stalls and mirrors and sinks and all that. They have a shelter that you can use. We're still not sure if you had to rent or not.
I feel like you didn't have to. I'm sure it's on the website. They have very thorough information on the website. This is a county park, Forsyth County, North Carolina. So it's a county ran and owned park. So it's our first county park experience. It's very nice.
Yeah, it was super nice. They have dumpsters there. They do not pick up your trash. You have to take your trash to it. They have a couple of fire pits that you can use in the community area, I guess. But they do not have fire pits on the sites. They do not allow wood burning at all. When you burn charcoal, they have places for you to dump your charcoal that's left over. Obviously trying to avoid fires. They have a volleyball net, horseshoe pits, and as far as the actual campground part, that's all they have there. But like he said, it's inside of a huge county park, and they have 2 playgrounds, a huge golf course, a driving range.
Maybe 2 golf courses. I can't remember how many courses are on the site. Par 3, 2 driving ranges.
Yeah, 2 driving ranges. They have
a water park, small water park.
Yeah, small water park that at the time, this was June of 2023, right. It was $6 per person per day. That was a discounted rate if you stayed at the campground. They have horse stables. You can go and rent or pay to ride horses with guides.
Tennis courts you can rent as well.
Tennis courts you can rent. They have an arboretum, right? Did we decide how to say it?
Not sure. It's a fancy garden.
Fancy garden. But it's a really pretty garden, and we went there and we did some of our letterboxing. The girls had a really good time. Everything was beautiful. We took some really pretty pictures in there. I'll put those at the end as well so you can see those.
Did you see a couple playgrounds?
Yeah, I set a couple playgrounds.
So we didn't see it, but they have a BMX track as part of the park as well.
They have lots of trails you can walk. We walked quite a few of them.
Mountain biking.
Trails. They have a concert thing. Concert hall, whatever you want to call it. But they do summer concerts there, so you can look at that on their website and see when they do those.
Amphitheater.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they called it.
Yeah, that's an amphitheater.
Yeah.
Basically.
As far as the camp, and they had soft golf right outside of the campground, which I'm hoping will stay there. But it was pretty fun. It's like you play with a 4-inch foam golf ball. Sorry, and 3 like smaller clubs. One is supposedly a putter, a driver, and a wedge. Or
not smaller clubs.
Putter,
club heads are larger.
Yeah.
And they're weighted. I mean, they're like a
they
real
have
club.
like these little tiny bags that are like metal.
It's a private business that I don't know if they lease or have a contract with the county. I'm not really sure, but they've been there a couple of years, I believe.
But it was really fun. We had a good time. All of us enjoyed it. Cece, of course, got a little lazy halfway through, but overall she had fun.
They have 2 on the map here, 2 lakes. One we saw, you can fish there. County park would have to have a license, I believe.
And they have paddle boats, and we were really hoping to do those, but they were closed. Supposedly they didn't have enough staff, which kind of stinks. And they have a huge dog park right outside the campground as well. But anyways, as far as the campground goes, we absolutely loved it. It was kind of crazy how close it was to everything in the area. There was tons of things to do in the area, but yeah, it was so quiet, and they have well-established trees and really nice sites.
Fully mature trees.
You'll
Probably
see
the prettiest campground we stayed in.
Yeah, it was very well maintained. The staff was super friendly. We have no complaints as far as that goes. You'll see in the video, we did the sites in order. We're going to separate them in sections for easy viewing. But you'll see that the middle section that kind of goes towards the grassy area, those sites are a bit slanted. So if you have a longer rig, they may not be optimal for you.
A bit's an understatement.
Yeah, I mean,
nose to tail is a pretty good slant for a trailer to be on. Not undoable. There's plenty. Everybody camps there. They manage it.
Yeah.
But it's.
I'd say if you're over like 34 feet, 30 feet.
Yeah, 34, 35, you start getting where
Yeah,
it's
I would
really
think
high
more
in the
towards
back.
the edges.
And tough for you to get that nose down.
1, 2, 3. First 3 rows on that side, and then the first row on the other side. But anyways, you'll see it in the video.
And left to right, you know, we struggle. We're still learning our rig. It doesn't like being off left to right, but left to right, they're all off. It appeared none were. It's an older campground.
Yeah.
That's just well taken care of. It was well thought out back when it was designed.
But it was made for much smaller.
And made for smaller stuff. You know, we fit in great. They made accommodating larger rigs with a few changes here or there. You know, there was not a lot of grass between the sites. It's all mulched in, and plenty of gravel in spots where needed for the swing or whatever. But you know, we had to move our truck a couple times. Someone else, you know, we've seen they had to try to accommodate people coming in and out, and we didn't see anyone or talk to anyone who had a mishap of, you know, the neighbor being gone off for a walk and not near the camper, and their truck being in the way of someone trying to leave. You know, it'd make it hard. It would make it impossible to get in your sight or get out of your sight.
You just have to do a couple more back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we really enjoyed our stay there. We plan to go back. If you have any questions on this campground, please feel free to ask.
It's probably the closest to our home base.
Yeah.
Or well,
but
it's not the
we
closest.
didn't even feel like we were there.
It's one or two of the closest, but yeah, we did. It was awesome. We were so close. It was no headache for us to get there. So Clemmons is an amazing area.
They
also,
have everything.
Louisville, Clemmons area.
Every kind of food you can imagine. Everything.
You're close to. If you
Grocery
want to do the day
stores.
trips, you can head out Yadkin Valley still for the wineries and that style stuff. You can head back into Winston, which is, you know, all of this is within half an hour jumping point here. It's just a really neat park. Their rates are amazing. They're going up next year, like everything else. It'll go up, continue to go up. It's still very reasonable. And
yeah, the rates for 2023 were 38, right?
38 is what we paid. 42 next year.
2024 is going to be $42 a night, which still is very good compared to several other places.
And you can walk and bike right out of your campground into the public spaces in the greenway zone property and get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Just for exercise or fun, or you can jump in a car, ride to the other end of the park, and have lunch like we did at the golf center that has a little grill.
Yeah, there's a little grill there. They have hot dogs, hamburgers, sandwiches, stuff like that. So we had lunch overlooking the golf course, which was really pretty. And it was reasonably priced. It wasn't like. And
we didn't even explore all of Tanglewood Park. That wasn't our goal. Our goal was to spend time in the campground and doing a few things. Yeah. You know, walking and biking. Well, the girls biking.
Well, we kind of wanted to go back to like our normalcy of just like, you know, old-fashioned camping trip. Right. Not like going out in a resort or whatever and going out and doing a bunch of things in the area. Just because it was so close, so it wasn't a big deal for us. But I think that's all. The biggest thing with them is just go on their site, read all their stuff. It's not strict, but they have rules. And yeah, they do have if you're used to resorts, some of the rules, you know, may be too confining for you. They have quite a few rules. But they're not difficult rules. They're very easy rules. They're common sense rules. Right, so. And I like them. I enjoyed it. The biggest problem I had, and we don't carry a cable whip with us for TV. We don't care about it. But it makes it hard because of our routine. We watch a show before bed. Christy and I, the kids watch a show before bed. That is our biggest problem. Yeah. They do not have great self-service. Yeah. We spoke with almost everyone there. It doesn't matter what service you're with. You didn't have great service. Your phones would work. You could, you know, do your Facebook or Google search, but you're not going to stream anything. Right. Because we're full-time, we have our own internet that we carry with us, and it really wasn't. Starlink was out, so. Like it is everywhere. Yeah. I'm sure those guys were fine. If they could get views, these trees were, you know, they're massive. You'll see in the video. This is gorgeous. No tents or canopies allowed. That may be a common question. Yep. I'm trying to run you people with the side decks and rear decks, you're not allowed to put decks off your toy haulers and things, except for in certain sites. So that's in there. It'll tell you. Maximum stay of 14 days in a 30-day period. And then you have to leave for 14 days before coming back. I think that's pretty much all. Yeah, the rest are pretty common sense. Those are all the big ones. The rest are pretty common sense, but you'll see that when you go on there. Now, if you're used to shooting your gun off at your campsite, you can't do that here either. No fireworks either. No fireworks. It says no alcohol. That is
is like everywhere else. You know, if you
Be
are
responsible.
an idiot,
Don't be an
yeah,
idiot.
that's why the rules made.
Yeah. I think that's about all. Yeah, that's about all. All right. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks for watching and happy camping.
I want to camp with you. It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something fun to do. Hey campers, I think I wanna.
Okay, so as far as Tanglewood Park Campground goes, this is the campground here. You're going to see the full walkthrough as always. That is where you will enter the park, or the campground, and then you'll come down this main road here, all the way over here, and we'll walk this way. And you're going to check in with the camp hosts over there. There's 3 campers that are camp hosts. They were all very friendly, helpful, nice.
To your right's a common area that they have horseshoe pits, and volleyball net set up. They have a shelter. I don't know that that's open for free use. We haven't read everything. This is Tanglewood County Park for Forsyth County, North Carolina. And you can rent shelters throughout the park, so I don't know that that shelter is available for rent or available for campground use, but it's there.
Yeah, I don't know if you could rent it if you're not staying at the campground, just because all the signs say you can only go past certain signs if you're in the campground.
I would say it's most definitely just for the campground.
Yeah, if you can rent it or if you could just use it while you're here, we don't really know.
Sure, it's listed on the site. Their site's very informative. They have fire pits here, but there's signs up that say no wood burning fires at campsites. Got a car coming up behind me.
There is enough room at each site to fit your camper and a vehicle or 2, depending on the size of your vehicle. They do have extra parking up there at the entrance in the parking lot for extra vehicles or visitors, and it looks like there's extra parking there, but it is blocked off.
Not sure why it's blocked. A lot of other videos we watched mentioned the unlevelness of the sites, and the sites are all paved.
So this is where you would stop.
They are unlevel front to back. Some severe. It's hard to note every one of them too.
Yeah. You'd stop there to check in. They give you all the information that you need. There's the shelter. They have a little book library there, and then there's an information board for anything going on at the park.
Show them the camper check-in sign.
Yeah, I showed them the camper check-in sign.
There's some camp hosts.
And then you go this way. It is a one-way park, so when you come back in, you still have to drive back down here and then enter your row from this main road that we're coming around on.
There's access to like a greenway trail here.
Yep, right in front of us there. That's the walking trail.
A lot of people mountain bikes I've seen.
And then right there is the dumpster. And right around in the area, I'm sure you can look it up, there's playgrounds, there's a pool that you get a discounted rate for if you stay at the campground, or at this time you get a discounted rate.
It's not just a pool,
it's not just a pool, sorry. It's like a mini water park. It's got a splash pad, it's got a little lazy river, a regular pool. Looked like they had a little snack shack and stuff. So as you come around this way, this is the bathhouse. I guess I'll take you in there to show you, but I haven't even been in there myself.
Smells like it.
Shut up. I'm just gonna walk down the grass. Okay, so as we enter, they have sinks and mirrors on that side. Everything looks very clean, smells clean. Come in here. They have shower stalls. There's 1 and 2 and 3. Again, they all look really clean. Nothing fancy, but definitely usable. And then they have obviously some toilets as well. So we'll go back out.
Mirror image on the men's.
Mirror image on the men's. There you go. So going this way. And from this side, this is where you're going to enter to get to sites, or it's row C. Sites 31 through 44, you would enter right here. It's surprisingly very quiet, even though you're very close to a ton of stuff. Pretty much anything you could want.
It's right off of Highway 158 here in Clemmons, North Carolina, which is where we are right now, really adjacent to Interstate 40 as well. That's all less than a half a mile.
Their prices are super reasonable. At least they are right now. I imagine they'll change, but not much.
The 2023 rate, I believe, is $38 a night. They've already issued the 24 rate is going up to 42, I believe.
Which at this time is still very reasonable.
Yeah, full hookups, 50, 30, 20,
clean,
sewer, water.
Safe,
yeah,
all that. So this is site B, or row B. This is where you would enter to go to sites 17 through 30. And this last row is going to be row A. It's where you would turn to go through sites 1 through 16. And now we will begin the full walkthrough so you can see all the sites in detail. In this section, you're going to see sites 1 through 16. So starting on the right here, this is going to be site number 1. Site number 2. Site number 3. Site number 4. Site number 5. Site number 6. Site number 7. Site number 8. Site number 9. Come around here so you can see the campsite. And then we're going to turn around here. This is the only pull through in the park, which is site number 10. It's the back side of it. Okay, so again, that there is site number 10. Number 11. Number 12. This one's going to be a little bit difficult to see because of the cars. Number 13. And 14. $15. And this row is going to end at 16. And that brings us back to this main road. Okay, so again, this is site 16. As we leave 16, we're going to head up this next row, which is going to be sites 17 through 30. This first one on the right, as we turn, is going to be 17. And 18. And we are in site 19, so I'll walk around this site real quick, like usual. I'll also insert the pictures. As you can see, we have plenty of space. It was a little off level right to left, but overall wasn't too bad. Got a nice little common area back here that's kind of gives you a little bit of space between campers, which is nice. A picnic table. They do not allow actual fires, so they do not have fire rings, but you can use a propane fire pit. Alright, so this is the front side. You can see we got a nice yard area between campers, and then we'll head back out this way. And we'll pick it back up at site number 20, which is right next to us. So this is site number 20. And number 21. Number 22. Number 23. So then I'm going to come around this way over here. And that's going to be site number 24. Number 25. Number 26. Trying to get away from that noise as quick as possible. It's just blowing off the site because somebody just left. Number 27. Number 28. Number 29. Number 30. I'm going to come around here so I can show you kind of what's in between here, because there is a little open field area. So if you back up to these, be room to play for the kids and stuff. So
24 through 30 are pretty sloped towards this green area.
Right, so those are all pretty sloped, you know, back towards the green area. So maybe longer campers would have a harder time leveling. If you notice, a few of those campers were really low in the front.
Imagine has 2 stacks of orange.
Yeah, so you can kind of see there. But anyways, there's a field right there so the kids can play or do whatever. We'll stop it here and pick up at the next section. Okay, so as we leave site number 30 there, again, here's the field that is in between this row and the next row we're about to do. So the next section is going to be sites 31 through 44, and this first row that backs up to the field is 31 through 37. Again, just like the other side, these are all kind of sloped back towards this green area. So it's something to make note of if your camper might not work that way. But we'll head this way. Okay, sorry, I had to pause it for the leaf blower. This is site number 31 as we turn right. 32. 33.
Well, you could fit
I know.
much bigger of a camper in that side.
Yeah, she's kind of filled up the whole thing.
Yeah.
34. And 35. I have to lift it up so you can kind of see.
I've gone one round and wore out. How do y'all do it? You must do this every day.
Okay, so sorry, somebody was pulling out. We stopped to talk and chat to somebody, but anyways, this is 35 again, so I stepped back just a few steps, just in case I missed a part of it. So that's 35, 36, and this last one on this side is 37. I really like this site. The only thing is the slope, but this was probably my second favorite one. And then as you turn around, yeah, it's not as sloped as some. As you turn this way, that's the bathhouse. I'll show you, or you'll see that in another section. This one right here is going to be 38. So we've decided, I think, this is where we want to stay in this row, preferably this site if we can get it, if we come back. But let me come around here so you can see. Yeah, they slope a little back. They all slope away from the roadway. But anyway, so there's a big open field back there, a little picnic shelter. Those are camp host sites back there. You'll see those in another section as well.
Fire pits, which I don't know.
No, they don't have fire pits.
There's listed on the map.
Oh.
I don't know if you can use them. I see one.
Yeah, I don't know.
It says absolutely no wood burning fires.
Yeah, so we're not sure about that. There is a volleyball net back there if you see that. So they may let you burn it there. I'm not sure. Or maybe something if you run it or something. All right, so this is 38 right here. Okay, sorry, I had to chat again. Anyways, this was 38. More so I don't get lost because I paused it for you. 39. Can't really see that one. And 40. $41. I kind of like that one too, actually.
41, 42, the only ones that do not have a tree between them.
Yeah. Oh, they don't either. That's weird.
Over them, yeah.
42. 43. 44. This last one's going to be 44. Come around this way so you can see the front part of it, or the campsite of it anyways. Okay, and then again over there is going to be the camp host where you check in at. Dumpsters are over there in the corner, and then there's a bathhouse down there at the end. So that is all of Tanglewood Park Campground. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hey campers, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the like button. And hit that bell. Heck!